Whoa, folks, I am here in the Utah desert and I am 100% stranded because my Cybertruck is down to 1% battery. Let me show you. All right, hopping in. 1% battery, which is equivalent to 4 miles of range. There is nowhere even remotely close to charge because I am over 100 miles away from home. I am over 100 miles away from any electric charging station. And so today we're gonna talk about what you do if you find yourself completely stranded in your Cybertruck and how to get back home.
Hello?
Hey, I took the Cybertruck out in the middle of the desert near the Lucin airport and I'm at 1% battery. Could you come pick me up? Does this feel staged at all?
It doesn't feel staged to me. Just seems like that we're both using the same Starlink, which might be sus because there's no signal out here.
There's no signal in the middle of the desert. And so we obviously know that not everyone has a dad with a Raptor R to come pick you up and save you. So we're gonna go through a couple methods of how we can charge this thing when we're at 1% in the middle of the desert and there's nothing else we can rely on. So let's get going.
Drives out in the middle of the desert, runs out of juice.
Oh, come on, dog. I can't wait for all the people on, see, the Cybertruck's a piece of crap.
A dumpster fire, which it is, looks like a dumpster. But hey, the first thing we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to charge it 110 volts with our 2000 watt inverter in the back of the truck and see how long it takes to charge 1 mile of range.
1% of range.
1%.
1% is equal to how many miles?
3.
3 miles. 3 miles per percent.
Roughly 3 miles.
Roughly 3 miles. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go from 1% to 2% and just time it and see how long it takes. Okay, so, yeah, where do you plug all this stuff in is the question.
All right, I got 110 volt outlet here.
That's your 110.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
Now I got to start.
Oh, and then it's just classic. You just plug her in. Boom. Ooh. See, that does sound better than a Cybertruck, though. All right. Oh, crap. We're at 0. Hey, we're at 0% now.
We're at 0?
It drained while we were sitting here.
Yep, just like it said. Takes power just to be alive in this world.
Okay. So we're just gonna charge from 0 to 1. Okay, let me start a timer here before you plug it in. All right, here we go. And plug her in. Go ahead. Boom. Okay, so now it says it's starting to charge. We're just gonna go to 1%.
Does it show it's charging? Is it even getting enough to show that it's getting something?
It says 24. Charging stopped. It said for a second, it said 24 plus hours to charge. Now it says charging stopped. I bet it's because I'm using more energy with just the air conditioning on.
So turn everything off.
Okay, let me turn everything off. All right.
Because it's not charging. I might have to try it again.
Kill that completely. Boom, off. Okay, it's all off.
Okay, I'm gonna plug it in again and restart the process.
Okay, restart the process. Okay, go ahead and plug it in. Okay, starting to charge. 24 plus hours remaining. Stop.
Yeah, it's
charging. Stop.
So 2,000 watts from this truck isn't even enough to keep it going.
But that's odd though, because I plugged, when we had the the Tesla Model 3, just plugged it into our house outlet.
Yes, but a house outlet will have more than 2,000 watts of power available to it.
That's science.
Science.
So this is not possible.
Not possible with this setup. Now, if you had a Ford Power Boost or even the onboard power that has 4,000 watts up to 7,000 watts, then you could actually charge it 220 if you make some time on it. But a regular vehicle with a 2,000 watt inverter, no dice.
All right, so it's not even an option. I just love that it showed, hey, 24 plus hours, and then it's like, you know what? No, it's not even gonna charge. All right, so option 2 is to regenerative brake charge, tow charge. That sounds way better. Where you're gonna tow by pulling the Cybertruck with the Raptor, and it uses the, what does it do exactly?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just using the motors as a generator to put power back into the battery. It grabs the weight, the resistance of the vehicle, and puts it back in.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, but we're gonna try to just charge to 1%. So from 0 now, we're no longer at 1%. So from 0% to 1%, how long that takes especially when you're off-road and you can't just go anywhere. It's pretty loopy, it's around the corner, and then do a little bit of a calculation to see how much we will need to tow charge it enough for me to get home. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, dude.
Let's hook up to this washing machine.
What else? Toaster.
Let's see what everybody's calling it. Dumpster.
Yeah,
refrigerator.
What's the best?
Call out. What's the best
roast
for a Cybertruck?
For a Cybertruck, because I've heard them all. Dumpster is like, oh, come on, guys, be more creative. Let's do it.
Hook up.
Hook up.
Hey, it's nice and dusty out here.
What are you using?
I just made a couple of little bridles here, and we're just going to use an old crappy bungee cord that I have. We're just going to use both tow hooks in the front of the Cybertruck and both in the rear of the Raptor.
And you bought these from Temu, so we're super safe.
Temu, but I bought the extended warranty on them.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. You know these soft shackles? They're just a game changer with how quick you can hook something up.
Sweet. So I'm gonna hop in Cybertruck, you're gonna pull, and then I'm just gonna keep it in drive. I don't even put it in neutral, because neutral is not gonna do anything.
Yep, put it in drive, and you can modulate the throttle until we get some speed, and then just back right out of the throttle, and I'll do the work.
Okay, and then I'll just tell you when it's like, okay, we've hit 1%, so all right, let's get going. I'm in drive. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a wee. Okay, there we go. I'm just giving it just enough so you can get up to speed. Right now I'm let off completely. Do you want me to give you a little gas? Or are you struggling?
Yeah, it's grunting because we're going uphill.
Come on, baby, charge.
So we can speed up a little bit.
So now you're going 13 miles an hour, it says. Oh, boom, there it is. Okay, we just hit 1%. So I'm gonna hit stop. Now it's 1.5 minutes from 0 to 1 mile, it says. So
0 to 1 mile, and it
but
says
that's
that
0 to 1% and then 0 to 1 mile. So that only gave us 1 mile of charge.
1/10 of a mile in my truck got us how much?
Gave us 1 mile of charge.
So that means we should be able to get 10 miles.
Yeah.
Per mile.
Per mile, technically. I turned on the AC because it's hot, and now I'm back down to 0%. So we're going to drive and get us up from 0% to 10%. See not only how long it takes, but also what the distance is.
We are right next to the railroad track that goes through the north end of the Great Salt Lake.
Okay, so we're going 22 miles an hour, 5%. We're about just over 6 minutes.
I have traveled 4.6 miles.
Oh, we just hit 10%. Okay, so I'm gonna hit stop on the timer, and we can go ahead and slow down for a sec and kind of do some maths. Okay, so that is 31 miles, which is 10% of the battery. It also took us around 13 minutes to charge all the way up to 10%. So a minute equals a percentage, more or less. If you needed to charge to 100 miles, and it takes around 13 minutes to charge up to 10%. Take you about 42 minutes to tow charge your vehicle, going around 20 miles an hour on average. It's been 50 minutes since we started, with a couple stops.
Yep. So that's taking into account the...
And we're at 60 miles.
60 miles of range and 10 miles of travel distance.
So that's 20%, which is 63 miles. So that should be enough for now. You can see what looks like snow. We're right in the middle of the Great Salt Lake. And this is the saltier side. You can see all that white. That's all fluffy, frothy sea salt foam. And then here's the other side. It's not as salty, but we're driving through and it just looks like snow. You can see just flying up, passing in front of us. It's super cool. Whoa, that's a bunch. Yeah, it looks like something out of a movie. Just sort of this deep maroon red sea with a... Crazy. Whoa!
Salt foam.
Oh man! Oh, you can taste it.
There, you can taste it. You can taste it in the air.
Whoa! That is just deep red. Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to dash your leg down there and get salt in it immediately. This side's the heavenly side.
Straight up.
That's the red blood
hell
lake
over
of
there.
hell. Okay, so we drove for a little bit and now we're back down to about 11% battery and we're not gonna make it. So we're down to about 36 miles and we're gonna throw the straps back on, give myself a little bit more of a charge and see if we can make it. But man, I'm so glad we stopped for a second because this is just a really cool spot.
Need another battery?
Yeah, how about I brought like 200 AA batteries.
We haven't traveled 50 miles.
No, we're at 11% battery. You can't tow a vehicle like this just on the freeway. That's illegal. So this is the best place to do it, which is just off-road. Here's the map. So that's where we are in the Great Salt Lake. We need to get clear over to Syracuse, Utah.
So we gotta hurry and get home because my dash is telling me that it's 93 miles to empty for the truck.
So you have 93 miles to empty on gas?
Yes.
Oh crap.
That's just because it's getting, you know, every time we tow charge this thing.
Yeah, we're both gonna be stranded here pretty soon. All right, we decided to stop at 28%, which is 88 miles. That should be plenty to get us home.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
That's awesome. 78 miles left on the Cybertruck. I think we're looking like we're in great shape. So, but cool, we're almost there. I think we're gonna make it. Ho, ho, ho!
Oh. Yeah, it was a long day. And we ended up having to tow charge it twice.
Okay, so we made it home and it's freezing cold now. So that definitely affects the battery. So takeaways, you can't charge it with just plugging in from your vehicle's outlet. Number two, just don't go off-roading super far away in the Cybertruck. It just can't handle it because there's nowhere to charge unless you have a buddy who can tow charge you, in which case we've learned that it's actually pretty quick to tow charge the Cybertruck, as long as you have a long enough straightaway where you can go around 15 to 20, hopefully 25 miles an hour, because that charges pretty quick. The faster you are, the faster it charges. This is fun to do.
It was fun. I'm gonna plug it in. So the next thing I want to try is charging a Cybertruck from a Cybertruck. We need another Cybertruck so we can tow charge a Cybertruck from another Cybertruck and see how long you can bunny hop the electricity down the road.
All right, that's it, folks. Hope you guys had a good time. Hope you had a good time. What the hell?
Have you had a good
Oh, we had a good time. Jeez, all right, we're out. Sterling's Wild West.